What's going on, guys? It's Jake, and the release of Dead Phoenix is coming really close. Actually, it is just around the corner. I've made a video or two on Dead Phoenix, kind of talking about some news, some leaks, some pictures, but now, guys, we are going to do the final information on this Bey, the final news video on this Beyblade, possibly. Before I do an unboxing of it, I'm going to be talking about the full Beyblade, the full combo, some cool things about it that we didn't know until recently, and also a very special recolor. And it's nuts. So, let's just get right into it. Before we talk about the awesomeness that is Dead Phoenix, the silver chicken, let's hit 1,000 likes on this video. We've been just crushing those like goals. It's actually been pretty nuts. Like, I'm not even kidding about it. I'm not even gonna try and boost it. Guys, it's actually been pretty nuts, the amount of support that you guys have been giving me in the likes. So let's just keep smashing it. Just boom. Just like Dead Hades in the latest episode of Chouzetsu, let's just smash it. Anyways, and another thing before we start this video as well, I'm going to be using a lot of pictures that come from the Coro Comics video on Dead Phoenix. If you want to go see that video, it's going to be in the description and in the pinned comments down below. So big thanks to them for supplying the images that I will be talking about. First thing we're going to look at is a picture of Dead Phoenix. Now, this picture is actually kind of old, but I did not see it until recently. But it does come from a very official source. It comes from a Coro Comics Twitter, and it's just a really high resolution picture of Dead Phoenix, just the layer at least. And really, looking at this picture, I actually am starting to like this Beyblade a decent bit. I don't know if you guys know, but I didn't really like it too much at the beginning, at least the middle kind of core section. I thought it was just kind of ugly. I call it the silver chicken because it just kind of looks like a chicken. It just doesn't really strike me like a phoenix, like Revive Phoenix core did. The best part of the Beyblade is definitely that outer armor. It definitely is the coolest looking part. I do wish the course would have looked a little bit better, was a little bit, more creative, I guess, but the base still looks a lot better now that we have a better picture of it. We have kind of a bombshell drop, and that is the fact that the armor from Dead Phoenix is actually compatible with Revive Phoenix's core. And here's a picture of the two kind of set side by side, and as you can see, it is pretty insane. It's really cool. I don't really see why that's, necessary. It's probably just because it kind of fits, but I don't think it's going to make an appearance in the show ever. It's just kind of a cool thing, but it definitely is really, really cool. And I believe that combination of Dead Phoenix armor, Revive Phoenix core, that combo is actually the heaviest layer that we have in Beyblade Burst so far, at around 27-ish to 28 grams, which is a lot. Another thing I want to mention is that the little ridges that are on the core for Dead Phoenix, they don't seem different than Revive Phoenix. Maybe it's just me, maybe I just am not just looking at it properly, but it really doesn't look that different to me, which is probably why they are cross-compatible like that. I was kind of hoping that they'd be a little bit different, it'd be a little bit more damaged focused or something, have kind of spikes more, kind of go for bigger hits whenever the core is off, but it just looks the same, so I thought that was worth mentioning. Now that we've talked about the Dead Phoenix layer a little bit, now is where I would typically start talking about the driver and the disc a little bit, but
they're boring.
We have Zero again, which is, cool. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with these parts. Atomic and Zero, they're good parts, like really good. But it's just lame. It's just boring, and it just comes across as lazy, to me at least. But anyways, we have Zero, and it's Zero. It's not painted black or red or anything. It's just 0. And then we also have Atomic, which is this cool like black plastic with a red kind of ring, and that looks cooler, I guess. I wish 0 would have gotten the same treatment, but it's just Atomic and 0. It's kind of boring. Next, we're going to move on to the packaging of the Beyblade, and this is also something that is really boring to me. We have a booster style packaging, which we knew it was going to be a booster. I wish it would have been a starter and they would have included just a black version of the Phoenix winder or something. But you know, it's a booster, whatever. But this packaging, man, it's orange. The Babe looks small. It doesn't even seem centered, but that just might be my vision of it being weird. But the packaging is just lame. Like, if the Beyblade is this silver, black, and red, and it is a evil Beyblade. It's the main antagonist's just Beyblade in the show. It's what Fi uses, and it's evil. Then why is the packaging so bright and orange? It should be that red. It should be that black. It should be black. Oh, it can't be black because left spin Beyblades are black. Yeah, left spin Beyblades have black packaging. Okay, red with, you know, black accents. It just could have been really, really cool, but it just seems lame. So let's just move on to something that isn't lame. Let's move on to the awesome recolor that we saw in the video. And oh boy, this recolor is sick. We've seen something like this before. We may have seen it with Revive Phoenix, actually. I just can't really remember. And I really do believe that we saw this with Bloody Longinus, and it is the Beyblade Burst Chouzetsu Dead Phoenix Flame Ring version. Unless I got that translation wrong. And it's like an orange and red, and it just looks so sick. I kind of wish we would get like a black and like purple recolor, like a Dead Hades-esque recolor. That'd be something cool to see in the future. Maybe like a random booster or something. But anyways, the Flame Ring version is definitely really awesome. There's nothing like else extra special about it. Like, it doesn't come with a different driver or a different disc or anything. It's just a straight up recolor, but it's still pretty awesome. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. This thing is dope. It's red and it's orange and it's just sick. Problem is, I really want it, but I definitely do not think I will be able to get it. Rare recolors like this, just from what I've seen, barely pop up onto like Japanese auctions, which is where you find stuff like this, but they never really pop up. And if they do, they're wicked expensive because of the fact that they are so rare. So guys, to wrap up this video, let's just do a kind of a final thoughts and impressions on this Beyblade. Now, what I think the design looks pretty cool. The outer armor is cool. The inner core is a little weak. The color scheme on this Beyblade is sick. That red, silver, and like the black gray. I really love that a lot. I really like Beyblades that have kind of bold color choices like that. It's one of the reasons why I like Chozy Valkyrie a lot now, because the blue and the red just work really well together, and I think all the colors on Dead Phoenix work really well together. But what doesn't work well is the packaging not fitting any of the design elements of the Beyblade at all. Also, the parts that are included just don't really make a lot of sense to me. They're good parts, Zero and Atomic, but it's just, I don't really want those parts again. We've gotten those parts so many times already. And I would really like to have just gotten this as a starter instead of a booster. I think that would have made more sense. Like I said earlier, repackage the Phoenix winder, have it be a black version, kind of redo the ripcord a little bit to make it more evil, I guess, and then slap it in the box. Boom, we have a starter. You'll make more money, Takara Tomy. You will make more money. Just do it. And then, of course, the Flame Ring version of Dead Phoenix looks awesome, as always. Takara Tomy always nails it with their recolors, unlike a certain other company. Ew. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up the video. And now tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of Dead Phoenix. Is there anything that you're super hyped for about this Bay? Let me know. And once again, we are trying to hit 1,000 likes. I think the Nuc Nation will pull through. I think we'll smash that easily. But I really hope you liked that video. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. And I'll see you in the next one. Have fun and bay away.